Dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with a saying from the Nobel Peace Prize winner Mother Teresa. We don't need guns and bombs to defeat evil. We need love and compassion. If you ask any person on earth, are you for peace or for war? 99% of people will say, we are for peace. Why then do so many military conflicts break out on earth? Terrorism have achieved horrifying degrees. According to the United Nations report, about 300 children a day become victims of armed conflicts. On average, 100,000 children die every year from military actions. I believe all women in the world will support the idea to stand for peace. They do not give birth to children to lose them in the fire of war. The question is, what do we do? Leaders of the nuclear weapon states cannot reach a friendly cooperation. Unfortunately, the United Nations cannot cope with the task either. New forms of destructive weapons are being invented, capable of destroying all mankind on Earth within a few hours. Here is our answer: to create a single platform to unite all people on the planet who want to live in peace and harmony, to build bridges of friendship in sports, science, culture, and business, to create sectoral movements like Children for Peace, Youth for Peace, Astronauts for Peace, Writers for Peace, Journalists for Peace, Businessmen for Peace, and others. Such a platform has been created. Its name is the International Public Association of Generals of the World for Peace, and it was launched in late December 2011 in the Kyrgyz Republic. The main purpose of its activity is to strengthen peace, friendship, mutual understanding between nations, and to promote patriotic education of young people. Sowing the seeds of peace in the world is a good cause. Before we started, we had received written blessings from the leaders of all main religious confessions, representatives of the Orthodox and the Catholic churches, administration of the Muslims of the Kyrgyz Republic, the Jewish religious organization, and the Buddhist monks. In the past 8 years, we have become the first stage of formation of the association. Figuratively speaking, we have built a firm foundation to construct our house on, and all attributes of an international association have been obtained: the emblem, the flag, and the hymn. The very first task in any project is to become recognizable. At the global level, this task becomes difficult to greatest extent. We have held several global events. In 2014, we launched an expedition to the North Pole, where our flag was set up as a symbol of peace and stability. In the same year, we participated in the International Peace Summit in Seoul, South Korea, where representatives from 120 countries participated. We have been supported by writers from more than 30 countries at literary forums in Bishkek, Almaty, London, and Stockholm. In 2015, the flag of the association was taken to space to the International Space Station, and it flew 5,500 times around the Earth. Our sectoral divisions are actively working. Sports for Peace. Many schools now have the Peacemakers Corners. A patriotic educational center for the youth is actively working in St. Petersburg. The women's peace movements are active too. Who else but women should unite and say no to war? On March 30th, 2019 in Almaty, we signed an agreement with the private investor academy Andrei F. Havratov, who was appointed chairman of the investment board of the International Public Association, Generals of the World for Peace. The 30th of March is to be marked in history of our association as a starting point of the new economic program to finance our ideas. Every person, a citizen of the planet, can learn new modern technologies of income generation, investment, and profit generation in the present-day business environment. We will strike a powerful blow at terrorism, fraud, crime, and will be able to have a positive effect on any negative process. It is time to think and to understand our future. Material things will not be opposed to spiritual anymore. The old era was based on the model of need, and it gave birth to the strategy of obtaining, getting, competing, and fighting. The new era gives birth to the model of prosperity, and life is to be based on laws of attraction, equal partnerships, respect of individuality, and ability of everyone to serve a greater whole. Therefore, training and self-education today have become important tasks as never before. We are building a new system for raising a new and enlightened community. Everyone will have the opportunity to live in peace and harmony, to be healthy and prosperous. For this purpose, a person must have strong will, must learn and become a true person of today. Our peacekeepers must be happy, therefore healthy and prosperous. Imagine for a minute. Think of peace, justice, and our common future. Life in peace must become a property of all living beings